Good morning, beautiful family in the light. So much love to all of you and wishing you a beautiful Tuesday, September 1st. I'm so excited about this month. Most importantly, that we enter this month of completion. So it's a full month of completion every single day. Everything that we have to complete within the cycles of our lives, and also things that have been completed finally come to their closure, and those that are still some with the loose ends, it really completes this month. And particularly with the 9-9 gateway. The 9-9 gateway is so powerful in the year 2020 that really brings this portal of this ninth dimension into its alignment. And Michael and I are going to be on the land somewhere, and we're very much looking forward to sit in that presence. And for us, it is really the significance of the divine union that we share in our sacred flame, to really allow it to come in and completing cycles within cycles of ourselves. And I sure have been going through it. If you have been watching, going through the purification and purging and completing a good 25-year cycle and coming into this now. And all of us are somehow being pushed in some way by the universal forces of light to come into this place. So together we can go into this 9-9 alignment together. And for me, this energy is coming. Of course, we have some eclipses and what have you. I don't really pay attention to those anymore, because just as I've withdrawn my energy from the moon cycles for a while now, and just as I've withdrawn all my energy from Mercury, I'm really focused more of the central alignment of the central sun and the galactic sun through Helios Vistas, and to the center of the sun of source light creator, me as the sun, really aligning in this solar energy, because the next bodies after this diamond body is the plasma body, then is the sun body. So it's just getting all prepared, and it's very exciting for that. So having said that, I feel that on a collective level, there's just so much we're experiencing that is of chaos, and there is this closing in. There's this closing in, and you can see and really feel many of the dark agenda is still pushing it in and going even stronger. Yet at this other side, there's this expansion. It really represents the 9 that is closing in, then it's spiraling back out. And I feel that's very significant with each of our lives individually, because we're still part of the collective. What are we closing in, and we have to just put an end to it, to then expand into the no, and into the new, and to welcome the golden age, but without these sort of like blockages that we physically, emotionally, mentally, etherically, and spiritually are still not fully allowing, because these blockages are not able to move, and it has to do with within all of our bodies. So I have been going through a lot of the purging. There's a lot of grief that I've had to wash over my chest, over my heart, and opening up that breath, expanding the breath in my auric field, in my ascension flame, and making it even wider, even grander, so that the stream flow can, with the quality of its lightness, can come in. Because these heavier energies, though they have had their merit, they must be met and they must be hearted so it can transmute. But nobody can do it for us. We have to do it for ourselves. Dare to meet the energy that is surfacing ourselves. And it does help if we do have somebody that can hold this space, so we can really purge it, however way that is right. For me, it's usually just really crying it out and surrendering in that place and allowing this holy water wash, and every time I tear, I can feel the tear is washing, it's divine tears washing over my heart, washing over my chest and purifying me. And I do feel much lighter and much more expansive because there's more air. It's like the software gets more clean, my timeline shifts. And of course, this past week being inside the frequency of the EE system, the galactic technology of the bioscalar technology with its 0-point field, it really pushed a lot into the surface. And for me, predominantly was a lot of sadness and a lot of grief that had been building up and finally purged out. And the purging through, sniffling, sneezing, sweating, fever, and coughing, getting it all out. And I look at it as the most magnificent purification, such profound purification, because I can see my cells wanted to just release. It's a debris of hurt, and now they've been able to be processed, purified, and I'm, of course, extremely grateful for Michael really holding that space, like just such a space so I can just go deep through it and cry it all out. So that's my medicine. You find your medicine, what is right for you. And once we are on the other side of it, there's this lightness, there's this clarity, there's this expansion, there's this breath, and there's this softness, because for me particularly, I wanted the fight to end. And the fight was the fight to have to stand up for myself, to have to constantly stand up to protect myself and stand up and voice it. And especially a lot of it has to run the sacred divine feminine, to be hearted, to be heard, where it just isn't received. And I really hit this end, and I feel after years and years and years that I said, I don't want to fight this anymore. I don't want to fight. I want this to end. The fight is within me to have to protect it. I don't want to protect anything anymore. I just give it. And I felt when I gave it, what happened was I moved into being held, and I'm still in this raw state in a very beautiful way, but I can feel the gratitude moving into this month of September with its wisdom and the completion energy, and a few more days of certain other things that are completing till we lead into 9/9. And for that, I'm so grateful. So a few things for this month. It's a very busy month for Michael and I. Today, with our weekly silent meditation that we hold, we started in 2020, the second week of 2020, and it was guided to gather those of us who, all over earth, to, with the power of our divine love, gather in this silent meditation. Let's tune into our heart. Let's really build this ascension flame, and let's give away what doesn't serve us first by the team of the angels that want to lift that from our field. And then with this ascension flame of divine love, let's feel ourselves first and feed every part of us that wants to be realigned again, that is needing the frequency, and then share it with humanity, for all humanity, not just for others, for all humanity, and for Gaia. So we've been meeting week after week. Tonight is week 39. It's been amazing what we're experiencing, sitting in this frequency and pulling it in and pulling it in and pulling it in, allowing it to just stream into Gaia's grids, wherever it needs to go, so we can unify this unity, Christus, light, through the power of our divine love, not the human love, the divine love, bringing it in. And I cannot express how important this is. It's free, it's available to everyone, so everyone can take part, so that we can sit in this frequency of this pure space together. So all of you are welcome. It is on our YouTube channel. So you have to go to Ascension Alchemists, subscribe, turn on the notification, and join us. It is at 7:45 p.m. Eastern, 4:45 p.m. Pacific. So that's every Tuesday night. And tonight we kickstart off with an invocation. I have felt called, we gotta pull the invocation in, because we're starting to go into quite a bit of chaos, and we gotta call it in even stronger. So I look forward for you to join us. The other part that I'm very excited about is that Michael and I this month start our Sacred Divine Union interviews. We're gonna have twice a month interview on Mondays at 12 p.m. Eastern. Other couples who've been in divine union and they're serving from there, they're calling from there, and just to have this conversation. What's it like to be in your union? What do you go through, just as we go through? And those of us who've been in the union for quite a while, we're part of the 144,000. We're anchoring these crystals light to our sacred divine feminine, sacred divine masculine. And what is it like? What do we go through? Are there still things that irritate us? How do we handle the irritation? How do we do when there's something really annoys us? How do we communicate things through the difficulties, and also other things that we face? So really the humanness of it. So we welcome you to join us in seeing that on Monday the 14th of, I believe it's the 14th of, that is correct, September. We'll have Robin and Vaughn as our first guest. And the week after that would be Jason and Heather Powers. We're very much looking forward to that. In addition, Michael starts his Sacred Divine Masculine talk. By the way, the Sacred Divine Union couples, it is live stream on our Ascension Alchemist page. And Michael also starts his conversation with the Sacred Divine Masculine, Pure Law, Unplanned. That's also on the other alternative Monday. So we're really looking forward to that. And we're pulling this energy together because from this month, we're also really focusing together, Michael and I, on one-on-one working with sacred divine unions. Again, those not just in relationship, but those who are called to serve the planetary level together and they need further assistance. And we only share from that which comes directly from us, from our own direct experience. And it may resonate, it may not resonate, but it's not from anything we read. It's not from anything that we're seeing. It's directly what's been guided to us by our heart team and what we have implemented into its actual practice that we can stand by and communicate from to really help others, because sacred divine unions go through quite a bit when they come into their union, and then their union has to go through its initiation and its many initiation steps. So it's not a smooth ride at all. It is pure magical, yet there's a lot of challenge that comes with it, and you really have to be called to it. You can't just want it, because you're not going to be able to withstand what you face. It has to be very strong discipline to go through it. So having said that, we're very excited to work with other couples via Zoom. And that one is like a good 2.5 to 3 hour session where we really get in there and work with the couple individually and together to help them, assist them in the best way that we are guided and that we can. The other part is we're opening our space on an in-person session. So Michael and I have combined our healing sessions from galactic, shamanic, angelic, acupuncture, massage, light code, transmissions. We've done this before on one person, and we don't do that often at all, because it's so powerful. Only the ones who really feel called, and we've done that before, and it's so remarkable. And it's also crystal sound bowling, sound medicine. There's a lot of that. However, we really felt called that we need to put the individuals, like let's say a couple, on treatment bed. They come in and we do this as a couple together, or two friends, or a family member, because we keep getting asked, I wish I could have experienced this with my partner. I wish I could have experienced it with my mother. I wish I could have experienced it with my son, my daughter, or my father, or whatever. So we do get that asked. So we felt we're going to open this up, and that starts in the middle of September, after we come back from our trip, so after the 15th of September, so that we can really provide that for those who truly feel the call to experience this combination in this 90-minute session, where we bring both of our frequencies together, and both of our gifts, our higher spiritual gifts that are called, so we can truly serve on this sacred one-on-one in this way, while we're also opening the space up for those who are in their sacred divine union, more newer in their union, or maybe for a while but they need some assistance, so we can assist them also in that way. That's via Zoom, so that's available to people who are in other cities and countries, as we're located right outside Washington, D.C. in Germantown, Maryland. The other part is I am very excited to have my Wednesdays featuring some of my amazing friends that I have done with that short video. It's called the Alchemy Short Video Series, and they're 15 minutes straight to the point. And these are some of my friends that I just love their work. I love their service. I love how they're passionate and they are of higher calling. And whether there are it's a documentary, or it's a product, or it's a service, or it's art, however that is. So it is featured on my YouTube channel at Honeybee, HONI capital B, and that's on Wednesdays at 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. So this Wednesday I have Miriam Sardari there. It's going to be exciting because she has the angelic, she creates angelic painting, custom painting for individuals. It's so precious, the crystal paintings. I just love them. And I also have Michael Abramson, who's powerful, and right now he's really wrapping up a lot of this documentary around sex trafficking. He'll be on in 2 weeks. And then one of my best friends, Neo Heart, Stephen Morale, who has the Fembed Oracles, who I have been honored to collaborate with this creation that was part of my channeling with the masters events as the display. These are higher dimensional creations, and I'm so excited he'll be on as well. So please join to that. Those interviews are done on my YouTube channel at Honeybee. So that's that. We have the Tuesday nights, and we also have our Friday Tea Time Ascension talk. This week we have it, so we get a chance to go over quite a bit of stuff. That's every other week. And also towards the end of September, we are going to have finally an event. Many people have asked when we'll have event again, and that will be at Rising Phoenix. And we felt guided to assist those who are feeling called to help them with shifting into the 5D. And how would that really be? To really walk them through and give them experiences, because we need this as we go towards the month of October, November. This election energy has brought up so much to the surface. There's a lot of, let's say, diluted energy, discarnate energy, controlling, manipulating energy, parasite energy, a lot of dark force energy that has surfaced. So we have to allow them to be transmuted. But often when we are vibrating at that same vibration, because it's moving through us, what happens is we get pulled into that into that space, and then our vision gets cluttered and we can't see clearly. So we have to rise this vibration to be able to detach from it and allow it to transmute out of us. So we're really going to help in this area, and I'm really looking forward to that. And that is in person. We'll probably also have it available on Zoom. We haven't decided that, so we'll see. So that is in Manassas, Virginia. So we're very much looking forward to that. And of course, taking all the precautions that we need to do for this gathering. And finally, what else? So much has happened. Finally, many have asked about the sacred ancient breath of our Satma, the ancient breath of the whale. That is level 1, 2, and 3 that I have taught in many countries in the world over the last 5-6 years. And so I had many people ask, would I teach it again? And I had contemplated to start it in the fall. And I feel that I'm going to start at the beginning of October. So it'll be October, the first Saturday in October, the first Saturday in November, and first Saturday in December. So individuals can go through level 1, 2, and 3. And for anybody that's interested, you must take all 3 classes. So I won't have you just take one and not take the other. We're going to go through it, and I won't, if you haven't taken level 1, you can't take level 2, you can't take level 3. So whoever feels called, we're going to go through all of it together, and that will be on Zoom, so people from all over are welcome. And the final thing is, there's an announcement for Facebook that came up for October. They're having even more censorship, more lack of freedom of speech. So we already have set up being on a MEWE platform, but that's still not the greatest platform. We are on Instagram as well, both at Ascension Alchemist, which you can join, and also at Honeybee 1111. That's HONIB 1111. Really welcome you to join there. And we feel for the first time to welcome you to send us your email if you like to stay in touch, because we don't know how that will go. And we'll only share with you, right now, if there's Zoom events or our weekly event, all these free events that we have and the gatherings. So you can decide if it's for you or not, because a lot of things are being censored, forced, where we cannot express, and we're still going to, but we felt if you want to stay in touch, because what they have said, they will take down your page. So welcome to the dictatorship. Yet that's also the last processing of this vibration that I was speaking of that needs to transmute. So we're going to expand much more light and love around it. I also want to share that this Thursday, the 3rd of September, Michael and I were honored to be invited on the show Love Speaks Love with Denise Chadwick. And it is a very much of a Magdalene frequency, so we're going to be live on there at 11 a.m. Eastern, and that is 8 a.m. Pacific on her channel. So I'm really looking forward to that. So we got pretty busy month with many different activities. So thank you for being patient. We're also going to have our Sacred Sunday spiritual service with Dante Baker as our guest. That is online on Ascension Alchemist, so you can catch that. That's on the 13th of September. And oh, look at that beautiful herb. Thank you so much. Did you all see that? Thank you. I love when all these beautiful spirit beings are around. So that is our Sacred Sunday SSSS, where we really open our place and share the message of divine, and that's at 11 a.m. It's a 1 hour, kind of like our Love Church Sunday gathering, and it is designed to empower, to really lift the community of light. That's also free. So many of our gatherings are free is designed specifically to help lift the community of light. Some of our events, like the one we have in Rising Phoenix, that is not. That is based on love gift offering. So that wraps up this month of September. I believe I covered it all. It is very, very exciting. Very, very exciting to welcome this space, move into this space, dance in this space, celebrate this space, celebrate the light that has pulled us together and everything else that is transforming out of us. And many of you know that I don't get involved with the political realm of it. I do speak out what Michael and I do not stand for. And we are not here to honor and welcome transhumanism. We're not here to honor the freedom of our rights be taken by censorship. We're not here to honor the energy behind the forced mask or the 6 feet separation, which we know what energy that is and what's behind it. So there's a lot that we do not consent to, and it's very interesting when we do not consent to these things, because we know deeply what is behind it, the layers of it, and it is part of our divine mission to transmute it into light. So when we speak of it, unfortunately, those who are operating from their third dimensional construct associated with politicizing, and because they're operating in that place, and that's okay. So we still continue to stand in this by clearly saying we do not consent. We do not consent our energy, our emotions, our mental field, our sacred bodies, holy temples, our spirit. We cannot consent to this, because we see what hand is behind it, underneath it, and pushing it. So I just want to also share that, and we also welcome the individuals that feel aligned. We move forward, and those that don't feel aligned because they cannot see, or they come from their perception, we also honor that. Individuals are where they are, and we have to honor what is guided to us, because for Michael and I, we are of service to our Ascension flame, to that which has guided us to use the Ascension flame through the power of our love to transmute these denser, heavier vibration that of control, manipulation, dogma, institutionalization, all of these that is not part of the higher divine health, higher divine wealth, higher divine wisdom, higher divine virtues of humanity and Gaia, and it cannot allow the crystal slide to be implemented into Gaia to delivering the golden age. We are in service to delivering the golden age, and that is the crystal slide. That is the crystal slide within all humanity, holding that space so they wake up to that through the Ascension flame, the holy flame of divine love, so that we all can rise together and truly live in that remarkable Gaia, fifth dimensional consciousness that is completely free from all of this. So having said all of that, thank you so much for watching this. So much love to all of you from the Creator's love of my heart to yours, and thank you for joining us in all of these activities. I will list them down so you can take part wherever feels right to you. So much love, and have a beautiful, blessed day in all ways, and may you enjoy the month of your transformation and completion in the September energy, as it is quite magnificent. So thank you, and I'm going to wait for it to be 29:29 as I sign this off. Aho namaste, imlakesh banura ish, house. Have a wonderful, blessed day. Thank you so much.